Hello, my name is Katie and welcome to my shed. It's an early one again today. We've been up for a while in our household. The cat woke me up about 4 when I went downstairs about 4:15 and my daughter followed me. So we're a bit tired, but it means that it's like 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm up and about, which is probably good. I've got quite a lot to do today. So it's workshop day today and I've done all my prep. I just need to get everything and get it in the car. So I'm just going to write a list of the stuff that I need because I'm so good at forgetting things. So if I write a list, probably less likely to forget something. So that's what we're going to do, get the car loaded up and then we'll head to the workshop. It's a later one today, so that's quite nice. It might be a bit more chilled. And it's the creative well-being workshop, so something a little bit different. It's a little bit more I've got different activities rather than usually we'll be like, okay, look, today we're going to create this kind of image. Today it's activities and activities, and then we will do the main piece, which was not that one because that one went very wrong. It's the other one, the canvas that I did the other week, or something similar, because they don't necessarily have to do a spiral or concentric circles. So we'll see what it brings, but I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have lots of like spa relaxing music. I was going to take some lavender in with me, but it's all a bit past and over. I'll have a look and see if I can find enough to give some waft of smell around the room. And I can't find my lavender oil, so I can't do that. But I don't think that's going to make or break the workshop. That's just me trying to add some fancy extras. And I do need to pop to the shop to get the snacks. Oh, and rather excitingly, because I was up so early, I couldn't video it because it was too dark, but I was out at the same time as the hedgehog. And I don't know whether the hedgehog should be asleep by now, so I'm a little bit worried that he's not in bed, as in hibernating. When do they hibernate? I feel like now they should be asleep, but anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to write my list, start packing the stuff up, and then I'll bring you along to the workshop. But obviously we'll probably not show a lot because we don't normally want to plonk the camera in front of the learners' faces, but you'll see a little bit of it, hopefully. Right, I'm going to do my list. Well, I got here a few minutes early. I don't know why, but anyway, it gives me plenty of time to relax and do it slowly, set up. I've got to do the first bit, the hardest bit first, which is getting in. It's key coded, like there's a alarm and everything, and it stresses me out. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll unload the car and set up and have you on time lapse like I normally do. Right, let's go. So I'm all set up. It's a little bit wonky, isn't it? There we go. And this is what we're going to do today. Let me show you my lesson plan. My lesson plan's there. But we're going to start off by doing a single colour rainbow. It doesn't have to be black. I just did that one a while back. because that's the mood I was in. And I'm going to let them choose their colour, and then we're going to do that, and that's just practicing looking at colour and tone. Then, such a wuss, a funny noise. It was the bag. Right, and then we're going to do doodling, so I'm going to get them to pick like 2 or 3 colours, do splotches, we let that dry, and then we doodle over the top of it. I've got a few different examples. I've showed you these before. That is in case they want to do that instead of the rainbow. Yeah, that's just a doodly thing. And then the last exercise, that's actually, I missed the first one, I'll go back to that. And then the last exercise is the canvas. The first exercise is going to be bilateral drawing, so just because that does use a different part of the brain, I think that will be a good warm-up exercise. And I've got some nice spa music to play, and I'll just get these bits out looking pretty. Good afternoon. I've just spent the last hour adminning, because it turns out I can't count. I thought we basically had an extra person at the workshop, because I'm not very good at keeping records straight. So I've just been through and updated everything and made sure it's completely accurate. I think the problem was we were having bookings through 2 streams. So we were booking through like direct bookings, where I would then send an invoice out, and that went through forms on Microsoft. But we were also taking bookings on Eventbrite. So I think what we'll do next year is just do the Eventbrite bookings, and we'll probably need to work out the costings and things, because at the moment we're passing the costings on to the buyers. So we might have to just sort of work that out, maybe 50-50 or something, I don't know. But that way, I mean, it just takes a load of the admin out, because I then don't have to send invoices and things like that. So it is worth it, and you get a bigger audience. But I mean, it's a good problem to have, isn't it, having more people turn up than you were expecting. So that is a bit of a result. And the other really good thing is we have sold out now for our November workshop. So that's our first workshop that's sold out. Last one of the year. We're doing lino printing Christmas cards, so if you saw my short, that's why I was doing that, but that one's sold out now, so that's really cool. Yeah, so it's a very good problem to have an extra person turn up to a workshop is a result. And the workshop was lovely. We had spa music on the whole time. We did the 4 exercises that I talked about, or 3 exercises, and then the final piece. And interestingly, it was the final piece didn't come as easily, I think, as I thought it would to the artists, but they all did something amazing. Whether it's the sort of thing that they will hang up on their walls or not, that's up to them, but I was really pleased with what they did. Quite, really abstracted concept of this kind of receding or growing space using layers. And it was fab, really good. I'm not sure whether I'd do that end piece again at a workshop, because I think the artists it wasn't an easy concept to grasp, but they did fab, and I had a lovely day. So that's what's important, isn't it? Because it's all about me, not the learners. Apologies if the room's moved, but I realised I hadn't finished that video, and then I started the next video. So we're gonna jump around a little bit. I'm just going to finish off the one about the workshop, and then I'll come back to doing next week's video. Sorry. My brain sometimes just gets a little bit over distracted, and then I jump around things a bit too much and don't finish what I was doing. So I was just going to talk a little bit more about the workshops, because Lou and I had some conversations afterwards. So we've been doing, I think we've done 6, hang on, April, May, June, July, September. So we've done 6. And we only had the concept at the start of the year, so it's still a new thing for us, and we've just been working through trying to decide what dates work well, what times work well, and then looking at the workshops that we've run and which have been more successful than others. And yeah, we haven't really come to a conclusion, if I'm honest, probably because 6 isn't enough to make an informed decision. Although I think we do know which sessions we've enjoyed teaching most. I really liked yesterday. I had a great time. I found it really relaxing. I didn't find the teaching stressful. I just don't know how much the learners got out of it. So I will have a chat with them. Well, I've had a message from 2 of them actually, and they did have a nice time. It's just whether they felt like they got their money's worth. I guess that's probably where I'm struggling. I feel like I want to make sure that people feel that they've got value for their money, because it is, you know, it's a luxury, isn't it? Going to an art course, going to a workshop, you're asking people to spend money. Most people don't have spare money, do they? So I want to make sure they feel that they're getting value for it. So I will have a chat with them about it and just see whether they felt it gave them what they were after. I've really loved the other ones. I've enjoyed doing are the printmaking ones, but I think that's because I feel quite relaxed teaching that. It's very process led, so you can do step by step by step, and I think the concepts are fairly easy to grasp, and people always come away with great images. And so I think for me they've probably felt the most rewarding. I don't know, I've enjoyed doing them ones. And our next one, the one that sold out, the lino one, obviously that's printing as well, so I think we'll definitely do some more print ones next year. And we're going to do the nature, my finger's dirty, painting with nature or using nature to inspire your art. That one is going to be January's, and that's because somebody had booked into it and they were unable to attend, and they really wanted to attend that workshop, so we were like, okay, well that can be January. So that's that one sorted. So let me pop in the chat if you can think of any workshops that would tempt you to go on one, even if you're not local. You don't actually have to come to the workshop, but just give me some ideas. That would be great. And Lou's now moved about an hour away as well, so that is another factor in this. So the idea is that we're going to spread our wings a little bit and do workshops nearer where she lives, which will be in deep dark Norfolk, and carry on doing the workshops here in Suffolk as well. So we can have 2 venues, because then we get 2 lots of people, so that will be good. And what we were wondering is whether we do 2 workshops in one day, so hire the venue for the whole day and the evening, and then split it into 2 with like an hour's break in between, so you can set, you know, change the kit around, but also have a bit of a break, because it's quite intense. So I think we might go down that route as well, or at least maybe try that for a couple of them and see how that goes. I think I might do watercolour birds, and I'm definitely not, we did it before, we did the blue tits, didn't we? But I feel like these are a little bit more my style and a bit looser, and it'd be quite fun to teach that. So we might go down that route. So this is a very quick video. It was going to be, I was going to do one really long video, but also if I did one long video, I think it would be about an hour and a quarter long, and no one's got time to listen to an hour and a quarter's worth of me yabbering on. that would just be really, really boring for you all. So we're going to go with a short one and then a not so short one next week, and hopefully that will keep you on, not, what's the word, that will keep you all happy. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm really tired. I guess it will show that I'm really tired. Look at the state of this face. I woke up at 12:30 last night, and I had gone to bed early. I'd still only had about 4 hours sleep, and then I was wide awake. You know, like jet lag, wide awake, when you just can't go back to sleep. So I scrolled for a bit, and then I was like, I'll just get up. So I got up and went downstairs, and still couldn't fall asleep, and yeah, then it was morning. So I'm feeling it a bit, and I don't know why, because I wasn't feeling stressed, I wasn't feeling poorly, I was just feeling very awake. So consequently, the stuff that's coming out of my mouth is probably not making the most sense. So what I'll probably do is leave you here, and I would say, please, if you can pop in the chat any really good workshop ideas that you've got. If you're any of the people that are watching this that come to the workshops, then tell me what you want, and tell me whether this one that we did this week was what you were hoping for. I don't know, maybe it's just because it didn't feel hard enough for me, which makes me feel like I don't know. Talking enough, I'm waffling on, so I'm going to leave you be. I might pop in on another day looking different and finish this video up a little bit more cohesively, but if I don't, then I will see you soon. Take care, bye.